Benny Parsons stays second. Here comes Richmond closing up on him. There's the leader, number 9, Bill Elliott.
Turn number 9 is wet. Let's see if they
turn
get
number
through.
9 is wet. Very slippery turn number 9. Here they come off the corner. Richmond right to the wall. One car in trouble. Neil Bonnet tagged it and came away. There's Bonnet coming by. And the rest of the field, there's Waltrip back in 6. Caution is coming out. Caution is coming out. What a turnaround. Elliott in front. Yellow is on the racetrack.
But they can race all the way back to the flag.
That is correct. They will come all the way back around. 2.6 miles left and one more time through turn number 9. Bill Elliott stays in front. And with no tread on those tires, those slick tires, it is treacherous, mean going here. Bobby Allison has let them go race. He has the championship. His quest is over for Elliott, who has never won a race. It can happen here. You may be seeing it live today on Superstation WTBS. Long back straightaway. He's being cautious. It is raining. It's coming down pretty strong now. Here he is down that back stretch. Bill Elliott in number 9. Headed for turn number 9, which is very damp. He'll try to pull it through there.
This could be
There's
worse.
the second place car. And third, Tim Richmond, and fourth, Neil Bonnet, trying to get it in there. Leaders coming around.
He's a half a mile away from $250,000.
And $250,000 may lie with car number 9, Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott coming down out of the corner. Here he is, down off the turn. Bill Elliott's number 9, and here's the battle as we watch those cars out back, slithering out of the corner. Elliott's won it. Parsons is coming across in second, and in third it will be Neil Bonnet. Fourth is going to be Earnhardt. Fifth will be Richmond at the line, as Richmond lost it in turn 9. We were sure there was going to be trouble, and we were watching that turn number 9 area to see if they were going to get through it. They're under caution. This race still has 2 laps to go, under caution. The whole crew in it, you'll see as many as 8. Gosh, I hope the officers didn't hear about that. Getting back and forth to the track. And usually it's an economy car. There's the crew, and there's the checkered flag coming out for Bill Elliott, who has just won his first race in his Winston Cup Grand National career. Benny Parsons comes home second. Neil Bonnet third. And there's Jim Gardner. You can see him in the dark jacket. He is ecstatic. They've done it. They have won the national championship. What a great moment for that team. Dygard Racing, originally out of Connecticut, now from North Carolina, has won the national championship. So close, so many times. And here is Bill Elliott, the winner of the Winston Western 500 for 1983.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot different. I think I won about $950. He'll probably win about $30,000 here today. But this would be his second Grand National win. It would be his first super speedway win. As you mentioned earlier, he did win at Riverside, California last November.
Out of turn number 4, the man who sat on the pole, the local car owner, is going to bring a Ford Thunderbird home to victory at the Michigan International Speedway. The winner of the Michigan 400, as the crowd stands and cheers the Elliott family of Dawsonville, Georgia. Dale Earnhardt will bring it across in second. Here's his dad, congratulating members of the crew, and there you see the Richard Childress crew enthusiastic about the fine performance that Dale Earnhardt has given all of you today.
It's been something this youngster has wanted for a long time. Some of his best runs in his career have come at Charlotte as he takes it around on the final lap here in the Miller High Life 500. Here's Benny Parsons. All he can do is watch. He'll come home second. Here's Elliott out of the 4th corner.
Checkered flag waving from the starter and off turn 4 down to the start-finish line. Bill Elliott notches his 3rd Winston Cup Grand National win of his career and gains some valuable Winston Cup points in that chase for the championship. He's come close to victory lane here several times, as close as 1 car length of the checkered flag, but he'll be the man we'll meet in victory lane when we return to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Turn 4, they almost hit again coming off the corner. White flag, last lap
to go.
And that would have been a photo finish. It's Gann in front. No, it's Elliott coming back at him on the inside.
Yes, got the run in down the back straightaway. It looks like Perry's got it.
Gann uses all that power and takes the car into turn 3. He leaves half a lane for Elliott on the bottom of the racetrack. Out of turn 4. Elliott's got the room, and he's coming, and he beats Gann to the line.
What a great, great move. Harry Gant moved up the racetrack just a little bit, but how in the world that Ford was able to beat that Chevrolet down that straightaway.
Right there, Gant looks like he's got the race won.
He does. I don't see how in the world that Ford was able to do that.
See if he loses traction coming off turn 4, because Elliott just keeps on digging. But Gant is right there. He's got traction. His foot's in the throttle. And Elliott just edges up.
Oh, 2 feet.
That's all.
Speed is in second. Battle will be Waltrip, Baker, Rudd trying to decide that third position. There's Lake Speed right there. In the second position, Bill Elliott is on his way to his greatest race ever. A little looseness up in turn number 3. A couple of cars all the way sideways. Here they are coming back to the line. And after dominating all day, his crew out on pit road, Bill Elliott wins the 1985 Daytona 500. There you see Ernie Elliott. Dan Elliott standing there just to the left. What a moment. Lake Speed up to congratulate the winner of the Daytona 500. David Hobbs.
What a great result for Lake Speed, too. Half a second behind.
Appeared to be here in NASCAR racing, and that Bill Elliott might be the man. Well, he's looking like the man today. He'll be the first person to win 2 races in this season of 1985, and perhaps about to assert real authority in this sport. A tremendous lead now as he heads for the checkered flag. It's going to be Elliott. And the big crowd cheers him in as he wins the Atlanta 500. Second place to Jeff Bodine. And it looks like Neil Condon will be third. And that's the way it's going to end. So the man with a fractured bone in his left leg waves to the crowd as he comes around on his victory lap, headed for victory lane, and it will be very interesting to see what his physical appearance is, how drained he looks, and what he has to say about his physical situation in the car.
Elliott is going to win this race with no problem, and it looks like that Waltrip is going to hold on for second, but Richmond may challenge here in turns 3 and 4.
They're going to move up, Bob. I'll tell you, it looked like Tim may have had the line, but Buddy Arrington was there, and there wasn't anything Tim could do about it.
Here comes the win. Bill Elliott takes the checkered. He wins the race. Second position. Oh, it goes to Darrell Waltrip as Tim Richmond made one final bid, cutting to the low side of the racetrack to the inside, but Darrell Waltrip held him off 4 second spot. It's a win again for Bill Elliott.
We are watching history being made here in Alabama. This is going to be the fastest 500 miles ever run. We're just over 186 miles an hour. The fastest race to this point was the 1980 Daytona 500 at 177. And Bill Elliott screams now for the checkered flag, again completely dominating this race. He came from behind, and Elliott wins the Alabama 500 at Talladega. Look at that machine pass under the checkered flag. Now, we look back toward the battle for second place. Look at Yarborough and Kyle Petty. They're running side by side, coming down into the tri-oval. Can Petty draft Yarborough? Yarborough is the grand champion at this. They come to the line, and Petty's got him. Petty beats Yarborough to the line. Petty in second place, Yarborough in third.
You know, we said earlier that it looked like it might have been Kyle Petty's best race of his career. I promise you, it certainly looks that way to me.
I don't personally think they ought to restrict that car. I think they ought to let him go ahead and go. We're looking at racing. They call it racing, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's doing it by the rules.
And he's doing it better than anybody else as he heads down the front straightaway. Elliott to take the checkered flag, and Elliott has won the Budweiser 500 here in Dover, Delaware. Bill Elliott continues his domination on the super speedways as you see the joy in the Elliott pits. He comes in and heads towards victory lane, a way he knows pretty well by now. He's been there several times this season already. Car number 9, Bill Elliott, the winner today. Harry Gant finished second. We'll talk with Bill Elliott, the winner, when we return.
Richard Petty beat Bill Elliott and asking Bill in an interview after the race, Bill, what do you got to
do to finish first place. And now Rusty Wallace depositing some oil, I bet you, on the inside of turn number 1. Could this be a caution flag, and could this be the race? You can see him slipping, Bob. I think there's some precipitation there on the inside of the racetrack.
If it is, this race is going to end under yellow, and Elliott will be the winner. Rusty Wallace gets out of the groove, moves the car to the inside. We'll watch Harold Kinder very closely to see if he displays both the white and the yellow. I don't believe he's going to. Here comes Bill Elliott out of turn number 3 onto the straightaway, and Harold Kinder displays only the white flag. One more to go, no yellow. It's going to be a dash to the finish, but I don't think anybody's going to catch Bill Elliott. We'll see.
Well, let's keep our eyes peeled on turn number 1. Remember what I said about Wallace, and right now NASCAR officials are checking on it. Is it slippery down there?
Well, yes, Elliott gets out of shape. Yeah, he got way high, and so does Harry Gant for that matter. Gant's still out of shape. Now Elliott is down to the extreme inside of the racetrack, and the yellow is out.
But they race back to the checker.
They're going to race to the yellow or the checkered flag, so whoever comes out on top here next time around is going to be the winner of the race.
Boy, it was almost handed to Darrell Waltrip. Right now, Elliott has built up an insurmountable lead. Unless he runs out of gas. I don't think he will, because he pitted about 15 laps ago. This is going to be his.
Not much chance of that happening. Gant pulls in, though, ever so slightly, but I think that Elliott is going to win this race. There they go by Rusty Wallace's very slow car that apparently blew an engine and deposited some oil down in turn number 1. Here they come off of corner number 3. Elliott down to the inside, looking for the checkered flag, and he gets it. Bill Elliott wins the race. Gant is second, Waltrip third, and Bodine fourth.
First thought, what a disappointment for Harry Hyde and Jeff Bodine. If anybody deserved a race, they did today, but Bill Elliott had it when it counted.
Well, it all involved strategy. It involved circumstances on the racetrack, namely the accident out in turn number 2 late in the race, and all of the other variables that go together to make up an auto race. Bill Elliott played it right and came out on top this afternoon.
Motoring, being as conservative as he can with this car. What a beautiful car these people put out. Their garage may not be the most sanitary in the world, but their cars certainly are some of the most beautiful when they bring them out to the racetrack.
Every time they bring them to the racetrack, it looks like a brand new automobile. And he's prepared that way.
Bill Elliott seeking just a little more mileage, searching to get that victory under his belt and win his 7th race, crown on its feet, and Bill Elliott has done it. Car number 9 comes across the line. The Elliots of Dawsonville, Georgia have won the Michigan 400 on this Father's Day. Here's Darrell Waltrip coming across for second. Cale Yarborough closing right upon him for third, about 10 car lengths back as they cross the stripe. The 4th position will go to Tim Richmond. Getting a little air in there. Bill Elliott remains number 1 in Grand National Racing. With this victory today, he stays on top of the point battle, and for the 2nd straight year, he has won the Michigan 400.
Come off of corner number 1 onto Long Pond straightaway for the final time this afternoon. Look at Jeff Bodine and Darrell Waltrip go fender to fender out there and wheel to wheel. Into corner number 2, Waltrip grabs back 3rd position. Up front, it continues to be Bill Elliott's race with Neil Bonnet running 2nd. There is Elliott approaching turn number 3 on the final lap of the race. He dives that car to the inside of the racetrack. Now comes off of turn number 3. He can see Harold Kinder with the checkered flag in hand. Here comes Bill Elliott. He wins the Summer 500. Neil Bonnet finishes 2nd. The battle for 3rd goes to Darrell Waltrip by just a few inches over Jeff Bodine.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty. That battle for 3rd position, it's really too bad. It's one of those cases, it's too bad that somebody had to not get it. That was just an excellent job of race driving by 2 thoroughly professionals. Just outstanding.
Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia, 29 years of age. And Kyle Petty also has an engine let go. Mike Waltrip and Kyle Petty with engine problems here on the last lap of the race. Meanwhile, Bill Elliott keeps the car in the middle of the racetrack, not stretching it by any means, not taking a chance of anything going wrong. Bill Elliott signals that he accepts the checkered flag, and Bill Elliott has won the Michigan Champion Spark Plug 400, his 9th win of 1985.
His 9th out of 18 total starts. Now, he has yet to win on a short track, but he's been so dominant on the super speedways. There's Darrell Waltrip, who finished second in today's race. Elliott has been so dominant in the super speedways. Who needs to win on the short tracks?
Elliott is out of turn number 2. He's down the backstretch. Bill Elliott, at this historic old race plan, is running in the tire tracks of people like Johnny Mance, who won the first race back in 1950 here. Bonnie Flop, Buck Baker. Bill Elliott is racing into the record books. Bill Elliott is going toward immortality. Bill Elliott gets the checkered flag. Bill Elliott has won an additional $1 million in 1985.
And this Georgia congregation ready to greet him when he comes home. Remember, tonight, you'll see him right here at 10:05 on the Superstation, and all the Elliott family. Everybody up around Dawsonville. Mama Marie, she has got to be right on the edge of her chair right now, as Bill Elliott is about to become the first man to ever win 11 super speedway races in a year. Elliott has done it. He has won the Atlanta Journal 500. Cale Yarborough in second. Darrell Waltrip is third. Dale Earnhardt is fourth. Morgan Shepherd comes across in fifth. And the point story gets even tighter. We'll tell you more about that in a moment, as again, Elliott is back on the winning side of the ledger. It's been some time. The Southern 500, of course, was where he took that extra $1 million bonus from R.J. Reynolds. That's the last time he won. Now he's back in victory lane again. You'll meet him there in just a moment here on the Superstation.
Do it a little bit earlier to try to make that move. He needs to be up beside of him right now, or inching up beside of him, and he hasn't caught him yet.
Rolls up. 15 car lengths right there.
He moves in closer as he goes into the turn. He's really going to have to get some acceleration off of this turn if he's going to do it.
Coming down for the finish. Out of the fourth turn last time. Gant goes all the way to the wall. Tries to find anything with which to pull a slingshot. It's not to be had. And car number 9, Bill Elliott wins his first race of 1986. He's third in a row in the Michigan 400. Harry Gant with an amazing comeback from disaster a week ago places second. And steaming across the finish line in third, Jeff Bodine, with Buddy Baker driving a beautiful fourth. Ernie Elliott walking out along with the crew, scoring their first win. Elliott's 15th super speedway victory on oval tracks of 1 mile or more in length.
As Waltrip now has Earnhardt glued to his rear deck. Will he use the draft? Richmond moves down and tries to break the draft. It's still 2 car lengths between Richmond and Waltrip.
Tim Richmond threw some dirty air back there to Darrell Waltrip, trying to gain the advantage. It seemed to work. Waltrip's got a problem. He's out of the throttle. He will finish third. Meanwhile, Elliott is hurtling towards the start-finish line. He will win the Champion Sparkplug 400 for an unprecedented 4th victory consecutively here at Michigan International Speedway. Finishing in second will be Tim Richmond. He comes across the stripe. Third spot will go to Darrell Waltrip. Fourth to Jeff Bodine, and Dale Earnhardt, 1 lap off the pace, will take down the 5th position.
Parsons coming right down on the racetrack with him on the low side, trying to pick up that draft, but again, I'm afraid he's too far behind.
Here they are for turn number 3. Parsons still trying to close. Final lap. Last sprint out of turn number 4. The pride of Georgia, Bill Elliott, straining car number 9 to bring it home and give Ford and give the folks from Georgia something to cheer about. He comes across the line to win it by about 10 car lengths. Bill Elliott, 2-time winner of the Great American Race. Second place with a great performance, Benny Parsons, and third to the king, Richard Petty. An estimated 125,000 up to congratulate Bill Elliott on his cool-down lap of honor.
On the inside, Allison on the outside. Now swinging back to the outside goes car number 9. It's Bill Elliott back into the lead by 2 car lengths. Turn 3.
He was trying to break the draft, and he did a good job of it. But let's see, here is where the crucial point is. Coming off of this turn, it's a long way to the start-finish line, Ken, from turn 4.
Joey Knuckles, crew chief for Allison, looking on intensely. Here they come driving to the tri-oval. Final time, final moment. Davey Allison moves it out. He's going to take one last shot at the line. Give it to Bill Elliott. Elliott wins. Davey Allison with a wonderful second-place finish. Dale Earnhardt comes across in third. Now magnificent 19th annual $500,000 Talladega 500 is won by Dawsonville, Georgia's Bill Elliott, and the siren is beginning to ring. You'll probably hear it in Dahlonega.
Is going to be for second. Shepard's going to try and move underneath.
Richard Petty is spinning down the backstretch and making contact with the inside wall. Petty crashes on the very last lap. Harold Tinder has the checkered flag in hand.
Watch Shepard.
It's going to be a battle for second. Bill Elliott is going to win. Dale Earnhardt is going to finish second. Morgan Shepherd is third, and Rusty Wallace fourth. Bill Elliott has done it. He has won his third consecutive Champion Spark Plug 400 here at Michigan.
Is now in 10th spot in the Wood Brothers Ford, and he's having a good day, but it's right now all Bill Elliott. Working his way through turns 3 and 4 with the checkered flag now in sight.
Half a mile from win number 21 on his career. 32-year-old Bill Elliott takes the checkered flag. He turned 32 years of age, and there's jubilation on pit road as the Coors Melling crew. There's Dan Elliott in the front there hugging his wife, Ernie and the rest of the crew, and Dad George at the left of your screen with the glasses. And there's the man who did it, Bill Elliott, the winner in the Coors Ford.
We will, of course, have comments from Bill in victory lane, so don't leave us now. There's more to come. But it's turned out to be a glorious run for Bill Elliott on a simply glorious day here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Unofficially, second is Bobby Allison, Sterling Marlin third, then Terry Labonte and Richard Petty.
Coming back, this is your battle. Elliott will take it home. He'll win by 6 or 7 seconds. The battle is for second place. It is the battle for third. There it is, 17-11. Earnhardt will come in second. The battle will be for third at the line. Coming back to the strike. Number 9 is going to win it. Checkered flag is out. It'll be number 3 in second. And at the line, Waltrip will come home third. About a car and a half length in front of Terry Labonte when they cross the stripe.
One of the key things that happened there is Labonte got together with the 27 car, Rusty Wallace. There wasn't enough room. Darrell was able to go around on the outside and just got caught in one of those situations.
Here at Atlanta, halfway down the backstretch now, half a lap to go for Bill Elliott. For the final time, he moves the car in turn number 3, keeping the car about midway in the racetrack. Now enters turn number 4. Exiting turn number 4, Bill Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia, wins the final Winston Cup race of 1987, the Atlanta Journal 500, and the crew celebrates in the pit area.
Only 2 drivers have led the lineup all season long. Champion Dale Earnhardt.
It'll be a spin with less than 10 laps to go, and a Bill Elliott victory. Here's the checkered flag. Bill Elliott wins. Mark Martin is second, and Jeff Bodine is third.
Boy, tough decision for Waddell Wilson. I feel sorry for him. You know, Monday morning quarterbacks will always say he should have stopped and got those tires, but that's the crew chief's decision, and I think I would have gone with Waddell. I support him. I was awful surprised that Elliott was able to get around the 65.
He's halfway around, just a half mile to go before the checkered flag is his. He drops down low on the racetrack in turn number 3. He'll pass under Benny Parsons, who lets him have lots of racing room. Here comes Bill Elliott out of corner number 4, and Elliott wins the Budweiser 500 at Dover Downs International Speedway. Ernie and the team celebrating another victory for Bill Elliott.
And he deserved this one, Bob. He fought his way back from a lap down. Here's Morgan Shepherd coming around to get the checkered flag. Of course, finishing in second place.
In front of them, then they can actually affect the handling of that car in front of them by spoiling the way air is coming off the back of the car. But look at Earnhardt. Earnhardt closes up behind Wilson and then has to fall back as Wilson makes his move down to the inside. He is alongside Bill Elliott. Wilson alongside, pushes a nose just ahead. Will this be the first victory for Wilson? Elliott is alongside now. Elliott forges ahead, and Elliott with a nose just ahead of Wilson at the line as they touch, coming across to finish this race. Elliott wins the firecracker with Wilson in second place by inches.
Well, there was experience against youth. You saw Rick Wilson make his move. He did it a little bit soon, and Elliott still had the momentum he knew to be able to come up on the outside and pick him up by just a couple of feet at the finish line. What a finish.
Ernie Elliott and the crew, I think, somewhat uncertain as to how the finish actually occurred. But it was Bill Elliott out in front of Rick Wilson. Earnhardt finishes in third.
7 seconds behind. Elliott up and over the tunnel turn. Heading down the short chute. And Labonte will lose a spot to Mark Martin on this final lap as Elliott heads for turn number 3. The final corner and the final mile of the AC Sparkplug 500. It will go to the Coors Belling Ford Thunderbird. His 27th career Winston Cup victory. Bill Elliott takes the checkered flag. Very impressive run, Mike. Kenny Schrader comes across the stripe for second.
Rusty went through that second turn high for the first time in a long time.
Now let's see. It looks like the interval is going to widen here on the final lap. Elliott puts the car way up against the wall. So is Rusty Wallace. Here they come off the fourth corner. It looks like it's going to be Bill Elliott winning, I think. Boy, it was close, though. I think Elliott won by about a half a car length over Rusty.
The traffic certainly came into play as they came off of that turn.
One here in the spring at Dover and is threatening to make it a clean sweep for 1988. Bill Elliott through corner number 3, now corner number 4. He's on to the main straightaway, and Bill Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia wins the Delaware 500. Second goes to Earnhardt. Third was Rusty Wallace, and fourth Davey Allison.
And Jeff Bodine will come home in 5th place in the lead lane.
Boy, what a race. Bill Elliott kept his cool all day long. Dale Earnhardt, really a lot of determination from his part because of all the adversity he faced trying to regain those lost laps. Amazing race today.
The winner's check would be increased by $91,200.
Right, he started outside of the front row.
About 0.05 of a second.
Wallace still closing, but too late. And the winner today is Bill Elliott. The Ford has come back to win here at Michigan, where it won 3 in a row. Ernie Elliott being congratulated.
7th victory on this track for that team. 2 2/100ths of a second the advantage.
So Bill Elliott's pulled it off. Rusty Wallace coming up to congratulate him after a tremendous run here at Michigan.
Bill Elliott moves on to the north straightaway. He is approaching the third and final corner of this racetrack. The number 9 Coors Belling Ford is on the 6-degree banking of turn number 3. He comes off the straightaway, the crowd on its feet. Here comes Bill Elliott for the final few feet, and he wins the AC Sparkplug 500. Bill Elliott with his second win of the 1989 season. Rusty Wallace finishes in second position. Third goes to Mark Martin. Fourth is Darrell Waltrip, and fifth position to Harry Gant. And Bill has the hand out the side of the car already, and Jeff Bodine is moving very, very slowly around the racetrack. He's through the dogleg on the backstretch, still maintaining the advantage but there's a slow car in front of him. And there is Hut Strickland ahead of him. Here they come off of the fourth corner. Bill Elliott still with about 5-car length advantage on Terry Labonte. The checkered flag falls, and Bill Elliott wins the Autoworks 500. Terry Labonte finishes second, followed by Mark Martin, Darrell Waltrip. Then comes Dale Jarrett and Dale Earnhardt.
Dick Trickle finishes 7th, Terry Gant 8th, Michael Waltrip 9th, Jimmy Spencer 10th, Alan Kowicki 11th, Morgan Shepherd 12th. What an unbelievable finish.
The third win of 1989 for Bill Elliott, and there is the crew as they celebrate Bill's victory here at Phoenix, Arizona. Heads for turn number 3. The car still appears to be under power.
He's got to get to turn 4, though, Bobby. He'll have to get to 4 to be sure.
Here he is, off of turn number 4. The crowd goes wild. Bill Elliott does it. He wins his first race of the year. Martin is second, and Dale Earnhardt finishes in third position. The Elliott crew, and there are Meal and Roush writing down their final calculations. They end up in second position. Let's go to Jerry, who's with Mike B. Bill Elliott goes to the inside, trying to break that draft and trying to leave Jeff Bodine in his wake. He now takes the car again into the banking, 31 degrees in turns number 3 and 4. Bodine lurking about 7 or 8 car lengths behind. Elliott has the car right on the bottom of the racetrack. Here they come into the tri-oval. Bill Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia, heads toward the checkered flag, and he gets it. Elliott wins.
Meanwhile, here's a race for the 5th spot, I believe. Michael Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt, Sterling Marlin, Ricky Rudd.
Rudd and Jimmy Spencer are side by side of the line, but Rudd got the advantage. Let's go to John Kernan, who's with Ernie Elliott.
But nobody's there. They don't have it now. They found some. They wasn't expecting it because, I mean, when he came down pit road, they were looking for a fuel can.
They don't know what he wants. There it is. It's a little gas and a little ether in the carburetor. And here comes Bill Elliott, poised to win his first race for Junior Johnson and the Budweiser Ford. Takes home the laurels and the winner's share of the Goodwrench 500.
Let's see if Junior smiling now. I know Bill Elliott is.
Yes, sir, buddy. That's a good feeling this early in the season to get that one behind you.
Yeah, buddy, and also, you know, people certainly question Bill leaving his team that he's been with so long, and here he comes back and wins the race.
Here comes Kowicki back in the main straightaway. Made it up that time.
White flag in right now.
1 lap to go. This is for everything. It's Bill Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia on the outside. Wisconsin's Alan Kowicki on the inside. Side by side down the back straightaway. Even as they go to turn 3. Kowicki there. Elliott pulls a little ahead on the outside, driving for the finish. Here comes Kowicki up on the bottom of the racetrack. Kowicki going for all of it. They touch, and across the line, it's Elliott. Bill Elliott has done it by about a foot to a foot and a half. Incredible finish. Alan Kowicki comes home in second spot. Harry Gant will be third. And look at the tire mark that developed in the last lap on car number 11.
But Bill is definitely awesome today. He's won 3 of 4 races if he can only make it to the checkered flag.
He comes off the number 4 turn, Paul. He can slide the rest of the way.
And here comes Bill Elliott. 3 in a row as Elliott wins on his hometown track here at Atlanta.
Unbelievable. Listen to the crowd. They are just clapping themselves up a storm right now.
And loving every minute of it.
Imagine that Budweiser crew. There's a race for position.
Yeah, the 26 car of Brett Bodine has...
No, I don't think that was for position. Bodine is a lap down.
No, you're right. Yeah. Brett is in 5th.
That's what I get to think.
Here comes Elliott off the corner. Checkered flag is waiting. There it is. Elliott wins his 4th consecutive Winston Cup race in 1992. Unbelievable. 4 in a row. Harry Gant has crossed the line. He'll finish in second spot, and Mark Martin will bring home the Valvoline Ford in third spot. And we'll be back to talk to Awesome Bill, who's won again, when we return to Darlington, South Carolina. Alan Kowicki comes down and gets it. There is less than 1 lap to go around this 1.5 mile oval at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We are not following the winner, the leader of the race. We are focused in on Alan Kowicki, who is going to win the 1992 NASCAR Winston Cup and the $1 million bonus that goes with it. Bill Elliott comes off the 4th corner. He wins the Hooters 500. But Alan Kowicki is coming off of corner number 4, knowing that he's winning the championship. There's the checkered flag for Alan. He's the champion for 92.
Shepard third, Ricky Rudd fourth, and Sterling Marlin in 5th position.
He can almost coast around now, make it, Terry. Yeah, if it blows up now, he can probably coast to the start-finish line.
45th annual Southern 500 comes to a close, and Bill Elliott takes the win as he waves to the crowd. And beneath that helmet, he has got to be smiling. Yeah, get that net down so you can wave to those fans. One of the most popular drivers in NASCAR, and boy, are they celebrating in the pits. Let's go to Marty Reed.
He's there. Michael is there for second.
And he protects the bottom. Waltrip the second. 227 races ago, Bill Elliott took the checkered flag in the Southern 500 at Darlington. He's done it today at Homestead. Elliott is your winner. Ray Evernham Motorsports with their first victory. And Bill Elliott with his 41st NASCAR Winston Cup Series win, and boy, is this going to be a popular victory.
His other victories coming back, 2 in 1985, 1 each in 1988 and 89. Now he's down to the final corner. Red will be the color of the day here at Pocono. Bill Elliott bringing it home for Ray Evernham and Dodge as Elliott wins the Pennsylvania 500 at Pocono. Will finish second. Sterling Marlin will lead 106 of the race's 175 laps, but have to settle for third.
Sports most popular drivers ever. Elliott looking for career victory number 43 and his first here on these hallowed grounds. He's dominated the race today. He will have led 93 of 160 laps. Now he's 1 corner away from an Indianapolis Winners Trophy. Joins the list of winners of the Brickyard 400 at Indy. A dominating victory for Dodge in the Brickyard. Elliott wins by 1.2 seconds over Rusty Wallace.
And look at Bill, got that winning that down, acknowledging those fans.
Elliott, a winner on the Winston Cup circuit for a 2nd straight week. He won last Sunday at Pocono. There's his wife, Cindy, son Chase. Clear sailing, Bill. Jack Roush, 1 more lap, he says. 1 more. And the checkered flag is in the air. It'll be Bill Elliott with his first win of 2003 at Rockingham today. Matt Kenseth comes to the line, finishing 4th, and Matt Kenseth is the 2003 NASCAR Winston Cup Series champion.
There is a lot of relief.
Oh, man, is there ever.